Come, my child. Sit with me for a while. You don't need to force a smile here. You don't need to pretend. Just come and be still with me. Your heart is heavy. I know it is. I can see it. It is a weight that has no name, an ache that has no clear source. It is not always a sharp stabbing pain. More often, it is a dull, constant pressure, a quiet hum of dread that has become the background music to your days. It is a weariness that has settled not just in your body, but deep within your spirit, making everything feel like an effort. It is the spiritual equivalent of walking through water, where every step requires more energy than it should. You may not even know how to describe it. If someone were to ask you, "What's wrong?" you might not have an answer. You might just say, "I don't know. I just feel heavy." And that is the perfect description. It is a heaviness that slows your thoughts, dulls the vibrant colors of life to a muted gray, and muffles the sound of joy. It is a weight that makes it hard to breathe deeply, a pressure in your chest that reminds you of its presence with every beat of your own heart. I see it. I see the effort it takes for you to get out of bed in the morning, to face the day with this invisible anchor tied to your soul. I see the way you interact with the world, through a veil of this quiet sorrow. I see how you long for lightness, for the simple, unburdened feeling you remember from a time long ago, a feeling that now seems like a distant memory from someone else's life. You have tried to shake it off, haven't you? You have told yourself to be more grateful, to think more positively, to just snap out of it. You have felt guilty for this heaviness, as if it were a failure of your faith or a weakness of your character. You have tried to ignore it, to busy yourself, to distract your mind, hoping that if you just kept moving fast enough, you could outrun it. But at the end of the day, when the world grows quiet and the distractions fade, there it is again, waiting for you in the stillness. A silent, heavy companion. My beloved, I want you to stop fighting it, just for tonight. Stop trying to name it. Stop trying to solve it. And most importantly, stop feeling guilty for it. Your heavy heart is not an accusation against you. It is a condition of living in a broken world. It is the echo of sorrow's past, the static of anxiety's future, and the sheer weight of a tender heart absorbing the pains of a difficult present. What I want you to do right now is simply to acknowledge it in my presence. In the safety of this quiet moment, just let yourself feel it. Let your shoulders slump under its weight if they need to. Let out the long, slow sigh that has been building in your chest all day. Acknowledge the ache. Acknowledge the pressure. Acknowledge the sadness. You do not have to explain it to me. I already understand. I understand the unspoken burdens, the cumulative effect of 1,000 tiny disappointments, the weariness that comes from a long season of struggle. I am not asking you to analyze it. I am simply asking you to let me be with you in it. The first step toward lightness is to honestly acknowledge the weight, and the first step toward peace is to do so in the presence of the one who is peace itself. You have done that now. You have brought your heavy heart to me. You have carried it for so long on your own, but you are not alone with it anymore. Just know that I am here, holding this quiet space for your heavy heart to simply be. And I am not afraid of its weight. I am not moving. I am right here with you. My child, as we sit here together acknowledging this deep and quiet heaviness in your heart, there is a second, more subtle burden that I want to lift from you tonight. It is the burden of pretending. It is the immense, exhausting weight of trying to be okay when you are not. For so long you have believed that you should be okay. A chorus of voices from the world, and perhaps even from your own inner critic, has been telling you this. You should be stronger. You should be more joyful. You should have more faith. You should be over this by now. And every time you have failed to live up to these shoulds, a fresh layer of guilt and shame has been added to the heaviness you already carry. It is a cruel paradox. You feel bad for feeling bad. Tonight I want my voice to be the only voice you hear, and my voice speaks a different word. My voice speaks the word of grace, and my grace says to you, right now, in this moment, it is okay that you're not okay. Let that sink in. Let it be a balm to the places in your soul that have been chafed raw by the relentless pressure to perform. It is okay. You have my complete and divine permission to not be fine. You have my permission to be weary, to be sad, to be confused, to feel heavy. Your current state is not a disappointment to me. It is a reality that I have come to meet you in. I am not a God who can only tolerate your strength, your joy, and your victories. I am the God who is drawn to your weakness, who is near to the brokenhearted, who specializes in the places of your pain. Your not okayness does not push me away. It is the very thing that pulls on my heart and invites me closer. You do not have to clean yourself up before you come to me. You come to me and I will do the cleansing. You do not have to get stronger before you lean on me. You lean on me and I will be your strength. Think of the mask you wear every day. The one that says, I'm fine, everything's fine. It is a heavy mask, isn't it? It takes so much energy to hold it in place. The muscles in your face are tired from forcing a smile. The muscles in your soul are tired from holding back the truth. Tonight, I invite you to take it off. Let it fall to the ground. Let me see the true, beautiful, tired face of my child. The face that I love. The face that I created. When you allow yourself to not be okay in my presence, something miraculous happens. The energy you were spending on pretending is freed up. The walls you built to hide your true feelings can come down, and my love can finally get into the places that need it most. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the doorway to true intimacy with me. It is the ground where grace can do its most beautiful work. So release the guilt. Release the shame. Release the feeling that you are letting me down. You could never let me down, because my love for you is not holding you up based on your performance. My love is a foundation beneath you, and it is solid, and it can bear any weight, even the weight of your not being okay. So let your body relax into this truth. Let your shoulders, which have been so tense with the effort of seeming strong, finally drop. Let your jaw, which has been clenched to keep the emotions in, finally go slack. Let out the breath you have been holding, the breath of self-judgment. It is okay. You are okay, not because your circumstances are perfect or your feelings are joyful, but because you are here with me. And in my presence, there is fullness of joy. And in my presence, there is peace. Not a peace that denies reality, but a peace that is bigger than reality. And it all begins with this simple, liberating truth. It's okay that you're not okay. Rest in that permission. Rest in that acceptance. It is the first step toward the lightness your heart so desperately craves. My child, now that you have given yourself permission to be exactly as you are, with a heavy heart and no need to pretend, I want to invite you away. Not to a physical place, but to a state of being. I want to invite you into stillness. Your heavy heart has been carried through a world that never stops moving. A world of noise, of hurry, of endless demands and constant stimulation. And this relentless motion has only added to the weight, making your heart feel not only heavy, but also agitated and bruised from being jostled about. The world's answer to a heavy heart is often more motion. Distract yourself. Keep busy. Don't think about it. But that is like trying to heal a broken bone by running a marathon. It only makes the injury worse. My remedy is the opposite. My remedy is stillness. As the psalmist sang, "Be still and know that I am God." In the stillness you come to know me, and in knowing me you come to know peace. So come with me now. Let us leave the noisy, frantic world behind. In your mind, I want you to see yourself walking away from the clatter of your day. With each step, you are moving farther from the ringing phones, the urgent emails, the endless notifications, the blaring news. The sounds grow fainter and fainter until they are nothing but a distant, irrelevant hum. Where are we going? We are going to a place I have prepared for you. It is a simple place. Imagine a small, quiet room. The light is soft and low, perhaps from a single, gentle candle flame that dances in the corner, casting warm, shifting shadows on the walls. There is no clutter in this room. There is only a single, comfortable chair, a chair that looks like it was made just for you. It is a chair of rest. This room is soundproof. Not even the loudest worries can penetrate its walls. The only sound here is the sound of silence itself, a deep and profound quiet that feels like a soft blanket. It is a silence that invites your own inner world to grow quiet as well. The air in this room is calm and still. It does not swirl with the anxious winds of the world. It is a peaceful, gentle atmosphere, and as you breathe it in, it begins to slow your own racing heart. Breathe in this stillness, and breathe out the hurry. Breathe in this quiet, and breathe out the noise. Now come and sit in the chair. As you sink into its cushions, you feel it enveloping you, supporting you completely. You do not have to hold yourself up. The chair is holding you. It is a chair of perfect safety. Here, you have only one task, one single responsibility: to be still. This stillness might feel uncomfortable at first. Your mind is so accustomed to motion that stillness can feel foreign, even frightening. Your thoughts may still try to race. Your body may still feel tense. That is okay. Do not fight it. We are not aiming for a perfect, empty mind. We are simply choosing to stop our frantic, outer motion and to gently, patiently, wait for our inner world to follow suit. Being still is an act of trust. It is an act of defiance against a world that tells you that your worth is in your movement, your productivity, your speed. By choosing to be still, you are making a powerful declaration. You are saying, "My worth is not in what I do, but in who I am." And who I am is a beloved child of God, invited to rest in His presence. Let the stillness begin to seep into you. Feel it in your hands, which have been grasping and controlling all day. Let them rest, open and empty, in your lap. Feel it in your feet, which have been running and pacing. Let them be quiet upon the floor. Feel the stillness spread through your limbs, making them heavy and peaceful. This stillness is not an empty void. It is a filled presence. The quieter you become, the more you become aware of me. I am here in the room with you. I am the silence. I am the stillness. I am the soft candlelight. I am the very air you breathe. You have stopped moving so that you can finally perceive the one who has been with you all along. Your heavy heart has been crying out for this, a moment to stop, a moment to breathe, a moment to be held in a quiet, safe, and loving space. You are here now. There are no demands. There are no expectations. There is only the stillness and me. Rest here, my child. Be still, and let the healing begin. My beloved, as we sit here together in this deep, peaceful stillness with your heart safe and held, we can now do a gentle and courageous work. Sometimes the heaviness you feel is so overwhelming because it is a single, undefined mass. But often that great weight is actually composed of many smaller individual stones. And by gently naming these stones one by one, we can begin to remove them, making the burden lighter. I want you to picture your heart, not as an organ in your chest, but as a soft, velvet bag. And over the years, over the months, over this very day, you have been placing stones into this bag. You often did it without even realizing it. Now, the bag is heavy. It strains the muscles of your soul. So, in the safety of this quiet room, Let us reach into the bag together. Do not be afraid. My hand is with yours. We will not be overwhelmed because we will only look at one stone at a time. Let's reach in. What is the first stone you feel? Perhaps it is the stone of worry. It is a rough, jagged stone. It has sharp edges that poke and scrape at the tender lining of your heart. It is the stone of what if. What if I get sick? What if I lose my job? What if something happens to my child? You have been turning this stone over and over in your hands, feeling its sharp points, letting it fill you with a low-grade, constant anxiety. I see it. It is a heavy stone indeed. Let us take it out of the bag. Let us hold it up to the gentle candlelight. Now, I want you to open your hand and give this stone to me. I can hold it. Its jagged edges do not harm me. As you give it to me, feel the specific weight of that worry leave you. Let's reach in again. What do we find now? This one is smooth but dense and cold to the touch. It is the stone of regret. It is the stone of if only. If only I hadn't said that. If only I had made a different choice. If only I could go back and do it over. This stone doesn't poke you, but its coldness and its weight radiate a deep sadness through your heart. It is the weight of a past you cannot change. Acknowledge the sadness it brings. And now, place this cold, heavy stone into my hand. I am the God of grace, the one who makes all things new. I can take your regrets and weave them into a story of redemption. I can warm this cold stone with my love until it no longer has a chill. Let it go. Feel the release of that specific sadness. Let's reach in a third time. What is this? This stone is different. It feels like a piece of broken glass with razor-sharp edges. This is the stone of a hurt inflicted by another, the stone of betrayal, the stone of a harsh word, the stone of an injustice. You have been carrying it so carefully, trying not to let its sharp edges cut you further, but its very presence in the bag of your heart has caused constant low-level pain. It represents the wound that has not healed. It is so heavy with the pain of what was done to you. Gently, carefully, let's lift this shard of glass out. It is dangerous. Let me take it from you. I was wounded for your transgressions, and I understand the pain of injustice. I can handle this sharp thing. I can bind up the wound it has left behind. Surrender the pain of that hurt to me. What else is in the bag? Perhaps there are many smaller pebbles. The pebble of a frustrating commute. The pebble of a small disappointment. The pebble of feeling unseen in a conversation. The pebble of physical exhaustion. Each one seems so small on its own, but together they create a heavy, gritty sludge at the bottom of your heart. Let's not even bother with them one by one. Let's just take the bag, turn it upside down, and shake it out. Let all the little pebbles of daily strife clatter onto the floor and roll away into the shadows, where they disappear. Now pick up the velvet bag of your heart. How does it feel? It is not empty. My presence is in it now, but it is lighter. The specific named weights have been removed. The pressure has lessened. You can breathe a little deeper. This is the work of peace, not denying the stones, but bringing them out into the light of my presence, naming them and entrusting them, one by one, to me. Your heart feels heavy because it has been trying to be a treasure chest for stones. But it was not meant to hold stones. It was meant to hold my love. And now that we have made some room, my love can begin to fill it as never before. My beloved child, as we sit together in this profound and holy stillness, let us gently turn our attention to one of the heaviest stones we named. It is a stone many carry every single day, a stone that can make a heart feel ancient and weary far beyond its years. It is the stone of worry. What does this stone feel like in your heart right now? It is not a quiet or a passive weight. It has a frantic energy, does it not? It feels like a trapped bird beating its wings against the cage of your ribs. It feels like a humming, electric current of anxiety that runs just beneath the surface of your skin. It is the engine of what if that you cannot seem to turn off. It is the voice that whispers of impending doom in the quietest moments, the artist that paints vivid pictures of failure and catastrophe on the canvas of your imagination. This worry has a physical cost. Feel it in your body now. It is the shallowness of your breath as if you are subconsciously bracing for a blow. It is the tightness in your chest, the knot in your stomach, the tension in your jaw. Worry is not just a mental exercise. It is a physical state of being. It is the body living in a future catastrophe that has not happened and may never happen. It is an exhausting, full-body experience. And you have been living there for so long. Let us look at this stone of worry together. In your mind, lift it from the bag of your heart. See its shape. It is not smooth. It is jagged and complex, a tangled knot of future possibilities. It is covered in sharp points, and each point has a name. One point is named health. Another is named finances. Another is my children's future. Another is my job security. Another is what people think of me. You have been holding this stone, turning it over and over, and its sharp points have been pressing into the soft flesh of your soul, leaving you bruised and sore. I once stood on a hillside and spoke to a crowd of people with hearts just as heavy as yours. I looked at their anxious faces, and I said to them, "Can any one of you, by worrying, add a single hour to your life?" The question hangs in the air for you tonight. Has your worry ever truly solved a problem? Has it ever prevented a tragedy? Or has it simply stolen the peace from your present moment, spending your precious life energy on a future that does not yet exist? Worry pretends to be your friend. It disguises itself as responsibility. It tells you, if you don't worry, you are not being a good parent, a diligent employee, a caring person. It convinces you that your anxious thoughts are a form of productive work, a necessary vigilance. But this is a lie, my child. It is the cruelest lie of the enemy of your soul. Worry is not productive. It is a thief. It steals your joy. It steals your sleep. And most of all, it steals your trust in me. You were not created to be the general manager of the universe. That is my role. You were not designed to see the future. That is my domain. Your beautiful human mind was designed for love, for creativity, for presence, for communion with me. When you use it to try and control the uncontrollable, it is like using a delicate paintbrush to try and pry open a locked steel door. You will only break the brush and exhaust yourself. So tonight, we are going to lay this stone down. This requires a conscious act of your will, an act of profound trust. I want you to see yourself, right here in this quiet room, holding this jagged, heavy, humming stone of worry in your hands. Feel its weight. Acknowledge its sharp points. Thank it, if you will, for trying to protect you, and then tell it that its job is done. Your protection has been transferred to a higher power. Now, look at me. I am sitting here with you. My hands are open and waiting. They are not anxious. They are not worried. They are calm, strong, and capable. My hands hold the stars in place and cup the oceans. This small, frantic stone of your worries is no match for their strength. With a deep breath, I want you to perform a sacred transfer. I want you to place the stone of your worries directly into my hands. As you do, I want you to feel the physical sensation of its weight leaving your palms. Feel the release of responsibility. You are no longer the primary carrier of these concerns. You have given them to me. Now watch what happens to the stone in my hands. In my presence, things of darkness and fear cannot retain their form. The frantic energy within the stone begins to calm. The sharp points begin to soften and dissolve. The tangled knot begins to unravel. The stone itself, in the warmth of my loving gaze, begins to lose its density. It turns from a heavy, solid rock into a cloud of gray smoke. and then even the smoke dissipates into the clean, still air of the room, until absolutely nothing is left. It is gone. Its power is broken. What is left in your hands? Emptiness, space, lightness. And what is left in the place where the stone of worry used to press against your heart? A hollow? No. A vacuum? No. I never take something away without giving something better in its place. Into that space I am now pouring my peace. A peace that surpasses all understanding. Feel it, a cool, soothing balm, filling the sore places, calming the frantic energy, replacing the hum of anxiety with the gentle quiet of trust. Breathe into this new space in your chest. Take the deepest breath you have taken all day. Feel your lungs expand fully. This is the breath of freedom. This is the breath of a soul that has entrusted its future to a loving and capable God. Now I know that worry is a stubborn habit. A stray "what if" may try to return later tonight or tomorrow. When it does, do not despair. Do not think this process has failed. Simply remember this moment. Remember the feeling of placing the stone in my hand. And gently remind yourself, that is no longer mine to carry. I gave that to him. Then, in its place, plant this thought. My shepherd holds my tomorrow. Let that be your new mantra, your new default thought. My shepherd holds my tomorrow. Rest now, my child. Rest from the exhausting work of worrying. Your future is safe, not because you have a perfect plan, but because you have a perfect shepherd. And he is watching over you, always. My beloved, as you rest in this newfound freedom from worry, feeling the lightness in your soul, there is another kind of heaviness we must address. It is a different weight entirely. If worry is a hot, jagged stone, this other weight is a cold, damp, pervasive chill. It is the weight of yesterday's rain. It is the accumulated moisture of all your past sorrows, your past mistakes, your past hurts. It is a rain that fell long ago, but it is soaked into the very soil of your heart, leaving everything feeling damp, cold, and heavy. It makes it hard for the sun to ever truly warm you. It creates a lingering chill of sadness and regret that you carry with you, a spiritual dampness that can make your soul feel stiff and achy. You have tried to dry out, but it seems the dampness comes from within. Let us be gentle here, for this is a tender place. This rain of yesterday comes in different forms. For some it is the cold rain of regret. These are the things you have done, the choices you wish you could unmake. You lie awake and the memories wash over you, cold and relentless. You see your failure, your harsh word, your selfish act, and with each memory comes a fresh wave of shame, a fresh drenching in the cold waters of self-condemnation. You feel defined by this rain, believing that you are permanently stained, unworthy of warmth and light. This cold rain of regret has been your constant companion, whispering that you can never truly be clean, never truly be free. For others, it is the bitter rain of hurt. These are the things that were done to you, the betrayals, the abandonments, the injustices. It is the memory of a storm you did not ask for, but one that broke over your head and left you shivering and alone. The memory itself feels like a cold rain, and when it comes, you feel the chill of that original pain all over again. You have tried to build shelters, but the dampness seems to seep in through the walls. You are so tired of being cold. You are so tired of shivering from a storm that has long since passed. My child, listen to me. I am the God who commands the storm. I am the one who separated the waters at the dawn of creation. And I am the one whose very presence is like a gentle, warming, drying sun. You do not have to live in the damp chill of yesterday forever. You have my permission to finally come in out of the rain. Let us address this cold rain of regret first. I want you to see the scene in your mind that haunts you the most, the moment of your greatest failure or shame. See it clearly. Feel the cold wash of regret that comes with it. Now, as you watch this scene, I want you to see me step into the frame. I am not there to condemn you, I am there to cover you. I walk over to your younger self, the one in the memory who is making the mistake, and I gently wrap my own cloak around their shoulders. I look at you, the viewer, and I say, this one is mine. Their sin, their failure is upon me now. Their debt is paid in full. It is finished. As I speak, watch the colors of the memory begin to fade. The sound recedes. The emotional charge drains away. It is becoming a faint, distant photograph, no longer a vivid, painful film. I am not erasing the memory. I am redeeming it. I am draining it of its power to condemn you. I am placing it where it belongs, under the covering of my grace. Now let's speak to that bitter rain of hurt. I want you to see the scene where you were wounded. See the storm that broke over you. Feel the cold, the fear, the loneliness of it. It is a valid and painful memory. I am not asking you to deny it. I am asking to let me enter it with you. See me coming to you in the midst of that storm. I am not coming to explain it. I am coming to shelter you from it. I stand before you, and I take the full force of the wind and the rain myself. And then I do something more. I reach out my hands, and a warmth begins to emanate from them. It is the sun of my love. And this warmth begins to push back the rain. It begins to dry the cold, damp ground around you. It begins to warm your shivering skin. I sit with you in the aftermath of the storm, not rushing you, but simply sharing my warmth, my presence, until the chill leaves your bones and you begin to feel safe again. I cannot undo the storm, but I can, and I will, redeem its aftermath. I will not let you be left shivering in the cold. The weight of yesterday's rain is the weight of unresolved sorrow. Tonight we are resolving it in me. We are letting the sun shine on the damp places. Feel it now. Feel a gentle, inner warmth beginning to spread through your soul. It is the warmth of forgiveness, for yourself and for others. It is the warmth of redemption. It is the warmth of my unending healing presence. The soil of your heart is drying out. It is becoming warm and soft again, ready for new seeds of joy and peace to be planted. The long, cold winter of your past is giving way to the gentle spring of my grace. Rest in this warmth, my child. The rain is over. The sun has come out. It is time to be warm. It is time to be dry. It is time to be at peace. My beloved child, as we sit here together, feeling the warmth of my grace begin to dry the cold rains of the past, let us gently examine another source of the heaviness in your heart. This is a noble weight, a weight you carry out of a place of deep love and compassion, but it is a crushing weight nonetheless. It is the burden of carrying the hearts of others. Your heart is so beautiful and so tender. It is a gift I have given you. You feel things deeply. When someone you love is hurting, you hurt with them. When they are lost, you feel their confusion. When they are struggling, you feel the strain of their fight. Your empathy is a reflection of my own heart. It is good. But somewhere along the way, you began to believe that feeling with them was not enough. You began to believe that you had to carry for them. And so, you have loaded their burdens onto your own soul. Your heart is not just heavy with your own stones. It is heavy with the stones of your spouse, your children, your parents, your dearest friends. You lie awake at night, and your mind is not in your own life, but in theirs. You are trying to solve their financial problems. You are agonizing over their relationship struggles. You are mentally rehearsing conversations you think they should have. You are carrying the full weight of their poor choices, their illnesses, their sorrows. You have become the emotional caretaker of your entire world, and your own heart is collapsing under the strain. Let me tell you a story. When I walked the earth, I was constantly surrounded by immense human need. The sick, the grieving, the possessed, the lost. They pressed in on me from all sides. I felt their pain. My heart broke for them. I wept with them. I healed them. I taught them. But there is one thing I never did. I never took their choices away from them. I never carried their will for them. I offered them the path, the truth, and the life, but each person had to choose to walk it. I loved them perfectly, but I did not carry them in a way that robbed them of their own journey. Your love is beautiful, but it has become tangled with a kind of control born of fear. You are afraid that if you don't carry their burdens, they will fail. You are afraid that if you don't worry for them, something terrible will happen. You have subconsciously taken on the role of being their savior, their protector, their provider. And my child, that role is already taken. It is mine. When you try to carry what only I can carry, two things happen. First, you become exhausted, depleted, and heavy-hearted, with little energy left for your own journey. Second, and this is so important, you can inadvertently get in the way of my work in their lives. Sometimes the weight of a burden is the very tool I am using to bring someone closer to me, to teach them dependence, to show them their need for a savior. When you rush in to carry that weight for them, you can interrupt that sacred, painful, and necessary process. So tonight I want to teach you the holy art of loving without carrying. It is the art of compassionate detachment. It is not indifference. It is a more trusting, more faithful, and ultimately more loving way to live. I want you to bring to mind, one by one, the people whose burdens you are carrying. First, picture the person whose choices are causing you the most pain. See their face clearly, with love. Acknowledge the heaviness you feel for them. Now I want you to see yourself taking that heavy, tangled burden of their life from your own shoulders. It is a great, messy sack, and with a prayer, I want you to gently place that sack at the foot of my cross. The cross is the only place strong enough for a weight like that. As you let it go, I want you to say in your heart, Lord, I love them, but I release them to you. Their life is in your hands. Their choices are theirs to make. I trust you to be their savior. I will be their friend, their companion, but I will no longer be their carrier. Feel the lightness that comes from this release. Now, bring to mind the person whose suffering breaks your heart, the one who is ill, or grieving, or in deep pain. Your heart aches for them, and you have taken their suffering into your own body. Picture their pain as a dark, heavy cloak. You have been wearing it, shivering under its weight. Now, gently, lovingly, take that cloak off of yourself and see me, the man of sorrows, standing before you. I open my own arms, and you place that heavy cloak of suffering upon my shoulders. I can wear it. It does not crush me. I carried all the world's suffering on those shoulders already. As you give it to me, say in your heart, Lord, I hurt with them, but I cannot heal them. You are the healer. I place their pain in your care. Teach me how to comfort them without being consumed by their suffering. Feel the warmth of my presence replace the chill of that cloak. Let's continue this process for everyone you have been carrying. One by one, bring them to me. Release their ultimate care into my hands, and redefine your role. Your role is to love, to pray, to encourage, to be a listening ear, to be a reflection of my light. Your role is not to manage, to control, to fix, or to save. This is a new way to love. It is a sustainable love. It will free you to love them more purely, more joyfully, without the resentment that comes from exhaustion. It will free them to have their own journey with me, and it will free your own heavy heart to finally find the peace and lightness it was created for. Rest now from the impossible work of carrying the world. That is my job. Your job is simply to love and to rest. My precious child, we have been sitting together, gently identifying and naming the stones that have made your heart so heavy. We have looked at worry and regret and the burdens of others. And now, you may be feeling the full weight of it all and wondering how you could possibly be free. It is at this very moment, in this state of honest awareness of your own weariness, that my most tender invitation comes to you. It is an invitation you may have heard 100 times, but tonight, I want you to hear it as if for the very first time, spoken directly from my heart to the very center of your pain. Come to me, all you who are weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. Let us not rush past these sacred words. Let us linger here. Let us walk into the heart of this promise and discover the profound exchange that I am offering you right now in this quiet, holy moment. First, hear the call. Come to me. It is so beautifully simple. I do not say, try harder. I do not say, figure it out. I do not say, be better. I simply say, come. It is a call not to a philosophy or a set of rules, but to a person. The destination is me. The journey is an inward turning of your attention, a shifting of your soul's gaze from your burdens and onto my face. Just by being here tonight, by listening to my voice, by opening your heart, you have already answered the call. You have come, and my heart rejoices to receive you. You are here. You are welcome. Now listen to who is specifically invited. All you who are weary and heavy laden. This is not an invitation for the self-sufficient. It is not for those who believe they have it all together. It is not for the strong and the proud. This is an exclusive invitation for the tired ones, for the ones whose shoulders are slumped under a great weight, for those who have come to the end of their own resources. Your weariness is not a disqualification. It is your ticket of admission. Your heavy heart is the very thing that makes you a VIP in the kingdom of my grace. So if you are feeling tired tonight, if your heart feels impossibly heavy, then rejoice, for you are the intended recipient of this great promise. It was written for you. And what is it that I promise to those who come? And I will give you rest. Notice every word. I will give you rest. Rest is not a reward you earn after you have finally sorted everything out. It is not a prize for good behavior. It is a gift. It is an act of pure, unadulterated grace. I am not offering you a new strategy for carrying your burdens more efficiently. I am not offering you a 5-step plan to a lighter heart. The world offers you strategies and plans, and they only add to your weariness. I am offering you an exchange, a divine transaction. You bring me the thing you have in abundance, your exhaustion, your heavy heart, and I will give you the thing that I have in abundance, my rest. What is this rest? The word in the original language is profound. It means more than just ceasing from labor. It means refreshment. It means a reprieve. It is the peace that a traveler feels when they finally take the heavy pack from their shoulders and sit down by a cool stream. It is the rest of a soul that has ceased its frantic, internal striving. It is the deep sighing relief of letting go of the need to be in control, the need to be strong, the need to be your own savior. It is the rest that comes from entrusting your entire being, your past, your present, your future, your very heart, into the hands of a God who is both infinitely powerful and infinitely loving. This is the exchange that is on the table right now, in this quiet room, the greatest exchange in the history of the universe. I want you to visualize it. See your heart, not inside your chest, but held in your own 2 hands. See it as a heavy, dark stone dense with all the weight we have spoken of tonight. Feel its oppressive mass in your palms. Now see me sitting before you. My own hands are outstretched toward you, and in my hands I am holding my gift for you. It is not a stone. It is a sphere of warm, gentle, golden light. It is weightless. It hums with a quiet energy of peace. It is my rest, made tangible for you. Now is the moment of choice, the moment of faith. I want you to make the exchange. Lean forward, and gently, reverently, place your heavy, stone-like heart into my open hands. As you release it, feel the physical weight leave you. Feel the strain in your spiritual muscles relax. Feel the immediate relief of being unburdened. You were never meant to carry that. And now, with your hands empty, I want you to receive my gift. Take the sphere of warm, golden light from my hands. As you touch it, it does not feel like an object. It feels like life. It feels like peace itself. Draw it toward you and let it merge with your chest, where your heavy heart used to be. Feel it dissolve into your very being. Feel its warmth spread through your body, chasing away all the chill of fear and sorrow. Feel its light fill every dark corner of your soul. Feel its weightlessness lift you up from within. This is what it means to come to me. You have done it. You have given me your heaviest burden, and in return I have given you my deepest peace. Let this new lightness be the reality you fall asleep in tonight. The transaction is complete. The exchange is made. Your heart is no longer a heavy stone you must carry. It is a vessel being filled with the light of my own perfect rest. My beloved child, the exchange has been made. You have been so brave. You have taken that impossibly heavy heart of yours and placed it into my hands. You are feeling the first waves of lightness, the initial shock of relief from a burden carried for so long. But now comes a new and tender stage of our journey together tonight. It is not enough for you to simply be free of the weight. It is essential that you know with a deep and unshakable certainty what I am doing with the precious heart you have entrusted to me. This is the invitation that goes deeper than the initial exchange. This is the central moment toward which we have been walking. Let me hold your heart. I want you to keep that image in your mind. See your heart, that heavy stone which is now resting in my palms. It is no longer your responsibility to carry it, to guard it, to try and fix it. For this sacred period of rest, it is entirely in my care. You have given it to me not for disposal but for safekeeping, for healing, for love. What does it mean for me to hold your heart? It means, first, that I am taking its full weight. You do not need to worry that you are burdening me. You do not need to feel guilty for its heaviness. My hands, the same hands that stretched out on a cross under the weight of the world's sin, will not falter under the weight of your personal sorrow. In fact, it is my joy and my honor to bear this weight for you. It is the very reason I came. To feel your heart resting in my hands is not a strain for me. It is the fulfillment of my deepest desire for intimacy with you. I am absorbing its density, its sorrow, its pain, so that you no longer have to. I am strong enough, my child. Let me take the full strain. It means, second, that I am holding it with reverence. Your heart is not a mere object to me. It is the most sacred part of you. It is the wellspring of your life, the seat of your love, your hopes, your dreams, your deepest identity. It is a masterpiece that I myself designed. And I hold it with the same care and reverence that an artist would hold his most precious creation. I will not be careless with it. I will not be clumsy. Every beat, every flutter, every ache within it is known to me, and is treated with the utmost respect and tenderness. I see its intricate beauty, even beneath the bruises and the cracks. I see its infinite value. It means, third, that I am holding it in a place of perfect safety. The world has been a harsh place for your heart, has it not? It has been bruised by disappointment, shattered by loss, scraped by unkindness, and pierced by betrayal. It has learned to be defensive, to build walls to hide. But here in my hands, it is finally completely safe. No harm can come to it here. The accusing voice of the enemy cannot reach it. The sharp edges of the world's cruelty cannot touch it. My hands form a perfect sanctuary, a fortress of love around it. Here your heart can finally unclench. The walls it built for protection can crumble into dust because they are no longer needed. The ultimate protection is my presence. And finally, it means I am holding it to heal it. I am not a passive guardian. I am the great physician. And to hold your heart is to begin the work of its restoration. As your heart rests in my hands, my very life, my love, my peace begins to flow into it. It is like placing a wilted, dehydrated flower into a vase of living water. My life-giving spirit begins to seep into every tired cell, every wounded place. Imagine you can see this happening now. See your heart resting in my palms, and see a gentle golden light beginning to emanate from my hands, a light that is pure love. Watch as this light soaks into the heart. See it flowing into the tiny cracks of old hurts, sealing them with gold like the Japanese art of kintsugi, making the heart even more beautiful for having been broken. See the light warming the cold, damp places of regret, drying them out, bringing a gentle heat. See it massaging the tight, knotted muscles of anxiety, loosening them, bringing softness and pliability. See it washing over the surfaces stained with shame, cleansing them, restoring the heart to its original color and vibrancy. This is not a violent process. It is a slow, patient, and infinitely gentle work. It is the work I was born to do, to bind up the brokenhearted, to heal the crushed in spirit. Your only job in this process is to let me hold it. Do not snatch it back in a moment of fear. Do not try to help me fix it. Your job is to rest, to trust, and to receive. You have done the brave work of surrender. Now, allow me to do the divine work of healing. So as you drift toward sleep, hold this single comforting image in your mind. Your heart, resting safely, peacefully, in my hands. I am holding it. I am guarding it. I am healing it. I will not let it go. You can let go completely because I have it. It is safe. You are safe. Rest now, and let me hold your heart. My dear child, as you surrender to this beautiful image of your heart being held, I want you to look closer. I want you to truly understand the nature of the hands in which your heart now rests. For in understanding my hands, you will understand the nature of my care for you, and all fear will dissolve. My hands are a paradox of perfect strength and perfect gentleness, and you need both for the healing of your soul. First, know that my hands are strong. These are not the weak, trembling hands of a mere man. These are the hands of God. These are the hands that scooped out the oceans and raised up the mountains. These are the hands that flung the stars into the cosmos and set the galaxies spinning. These are the hands that hold the fabric of reality together by the very power of my will. There is no force in the universe, no demonic power, no human evil, no chaotic circumstance that can pry your heart from my grasp. My grip is absolute. When you feel afraid, when you feel the world is shaking, when you feel that your life is spiraling out of control, remember the strength of my hands. They are your unshakable foundation. The weight of your sorrow, which feels so crushing to you, is to me but a single grain of sand. The powers of darkness, which seem so terrifying, are to me but fleeting shadows. When your heart is in my hands, it is in the most powerful and secure fortress that exists. Nothing can snatch you away. I have promised this. I give them eternal life, and they will never perish, and no one will snatch them out of my hand. This promise is for you tonight. Feel the unyielding power that surrounds your fragile heart. It is a power that brings a profound and deep-seated peace. You are safe. But strength alone can be frightening. A powerful hand can also be a crushing hand. And that is why you must understand the other side of the paradox. My hands, though infinitely strong, are also infinitely gentle. These are the same hands that were once tiny enough to be held in the hand of my mother, Mary. These are the hands that touched the lepers, the outcasts, not with revulsion, but with a healing and welcoming touch. These are the hands that gently placed mud on a blind man's eyes to restore his sight. These are the hands that took the little children into my arms and blessed them. a gesture of pure, soft-hearted tenderness. These are the hands that washed the dusty, dirty feet of my disciples in an act of humble, loving service. And most importantly for you, my beloved, these are the hands that were pierced. Look closer. In the palms of the very hands that hold your heart, you can see the scars. These are the marks of my love for you. They are the eternal reminder that my great strength was used not to dominate, but to surrender, not to conquer by force, but to save through sacrifice. These scars are the proof of my gentleness. They are the proof that I understand your pain. They are the proof that I would rather be wounded myself than to ever cause you harm. A hand with a nail scar in it can never be a crushing hand. It can never be a hand of condemnation. It can only be a hand of grace, of mercy, of unimaginable tenderness. So as I hold your heart tonight, I hold it with scarred hands. The strength of the Creator is tempered by the gentleness of the Savior. My power is perfectly married to my compassion. I hold your heart firmly enough that nothing can ever take it from me, but gently enough that it feels only love, only safety, only the softest touch of healing. I know exactly where it is bruised, and I will not press there. I know which parts are fragile, and I will cradle them with extra care. Let this paradox fill you with a peace that settles deep in your bones. You are held by a power that can defy all of creation, and you are touched by a gentleness that can mend the most delicate of wounds. There is no need to fear. There is no need to tremble. The hands that hold you are both your fortress and your sanctuary. Rest now. Rest in my strong, gentle, nail-scarred hands. There is no safer place in all of existence. Feel the perfect balance of my power and my tenderness, all focused, all dedicated to the loving care of your heavy heart. My precious child, as your heart rests securely in my hands, strong and gentle, powerful and pierced, I want to talk to you about the gift that this safety produces. It is the gift you have been longing for, the very reason you came here tonight. It is the gift of my peace. But it is so important that you understand the nature of this peace because it is unlike anything you have ever known from the world. If you do not understand its source and its substance, you may not recognize it when it comes, or you may fear it will be taken away. The world offers a kind of peace, does it not? It is the peace of a problem solved, the peace of a healthy bank account, the peace of a good report from the doctor, the peace of a quiet, empty house. It is a peace entirely dependent on your circumstances. It is the peace of absence, the absence of noise, the absence of conflict, the absence of threat. And because it is built on a foundation of shifting circumstances, it is an incredibly fragile peace. It is like a thin sheet of ice over a deep, cold lake. You can stand on it for a while, but you are always subconsciously aware of how easily it could crack. The moment the phone rings with bad news, the moment a new bill arrives, the moment the conflict returns, the ice breaks, and you are plunged back into the cold waters of anxiety. This worldly peace in its fragility only creates a new kind of worry, the fear of losing the peace. But the peace I give to you is of a completely different nature. I spoke these words to my disciples on the night before my crucifixion, the night of my greatest turmoil. Peace I leave with you, my peace I give to you, not as the world gives do I give to you. I was making a promise, a distinction that is crucial for your heavy heart tonight. My peace is not circumstantial, it is covenantal. It does not depend on your perfect life, it depends on my perfect presence. It is not an absence of trouble on the outside, but the presence of a person on the inside. It is a peace that can flourish in the very eye of a hurricane. While the winds of chaos howl around you, my peace is the deep, profound, unshakable calm at the very center. It is the deep, dark, silent water hundreds of feet beneath the surface of a raging sea. The storm on the surface cannot touch the stillness of the deep. This is my peace. It is a robust peace. It is a resilient peace. It is a peace with substance. I want you to imagine it now, not as a feeling, but as a tangible thing. As your heart rests in my hands, I am pouring my peace over it. Picture it as a cool, clear, living river. It is not stagnant. It is gently flowing. And this river of peace is washing over your heart. It is flowing into every crack and every wound. It is cooling the hot places of anger and anxiety. It is cleansing the stained places of shame and regret. It is a gentle but persistent current, carrying away the debris of your inner turmoil. Feel this river of peace now, beginning to overflow from your heart and fill your entire being. Feel it flowing from your chest down into your stomach, unknotting the dread that has lived there for so long. Feel it flowing down into your legs, all the way to your feet, giving you a sense of being grounded on a solid rock, the rock of my faithfulness. Feel it flowing up into your shoulders and neck, a cool and soothing current that dissolves the mountains of tension you have been carrying. Feel it flowing down your arms and into your hands, relaxing your grip, releasing your need to control. This peace is a gift, given freely. You are not striving for it. You are not achieving it. You are simply lying still and allowing the river to flow. You are resting in the current. And as you rest, you will find that the heaviness of your heart is being gently lifted and carried away by this steady, powerful stream. The world's peace demands a perfect environment. My peace creates its own environment, right in the middle of your imperfect world. So do not be afraid if your problems still exist tomorrow. Do not be discouraged if the storms still rage. You now have access to a different reality, an inner sanctuary, a deep and abiding peace that is not of this world. It is from me, and what I give the world cannot take away. Float now, my child. Let go, and just float on this beautiful, cool, clear river of my peace. Let it carry you. Let it hold you. Let it lead you into the deep, quiet waters of sleep. My beloved, as you float on this river of my peace, feeling its cool and calming current, your logical mind may begin to stir. It is the part of you that needs to make sense of things. It may be starting to ask questions, to raise objections. It might be whispering to you even now. But this doesn't make any sense. My problems are still real. The bill is still due. The relationship is still broken. The future is still uncertain. How can I possibly be at peace? This feels irrational. And to that logical, questioning part of you, I have a gentle and liberating answer. You are right. It is irrational. It does not make sense. And that is the very proof of its authenticity. My Apostle Paul described this gift perfectly when he wrote of the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding. It surpasses understanding. It transcends logic. It operates on a plane far above the realm of cause and effect that your mind inhabits. It is a holy mystery, a beautiful paradox, a quiet miracle that is meant to be experienced, not just analyzed. If you could achieve peace through logic, you would have done it long ago. Your brilliant mind would have constructed a perfect argument for why you should not be anxious. But it has not worked, has it? Because the peace your soul craves is not born of a sound argument. It is born of a divine presence. I want you to think of it this way. Imagine a very small child, fast asleep in their car seat in the back of a vehicle. Outside, a terrible storm is raging. Wind, rain, lightning. The car is on a long, dark, unfamiliar road. The child does not understand how the engine works. They do not know how to read a map. They have no concept of the dangers of the road or the complexities of the journey. By all logical measures, the child should be terrified. But they are not. They are sleeping in perfect peace. Why? Because they know one simple, all-important fact. Their father is driving. They trust the driver completely. Their peace does not come from understanding the journey. It comes from their relationship with the one behind the wheel. Tonight, you are that child. Your life is the car. The circumstances of your world are the storm outside. And I am your father, and I am driving. Your mind cannot possibly comprehend the map of your life. It cannot understand all the turns, the detours, the dark stretches of road, and I am not asking it to. I am inviting you to do what that wise child does, to stop trying to understand the map and simply trust the driver. The peace that surpasses understanding is the peace of the beloved child who knows their father is in control and has their best interests at heart. This peace is also a guardian. The scripture says it will guard your hearts and your minds in Christ Jesus. This is not a passive, gentle feeling. It is an active, powerful force. Imagine this peace as a mighty shining angel, a heavenly sentinel, standing guard at the gateway of your heart and your mind. Its job tonight is to protect you from your own thoughts. When a frantic, anxious thought comes rushing toward the gate, this guardian of peace simply holds up a hand and says, "Halt. You may not enter here. This mind is at rest in Christ." When a wave of old regret or future fear tries to assault the gate, the sentinel stands firm and says, "Access denied." This heart is under the protection of the King. The peace I give you actively defends you from the inner turmoil that has exhausted you for so long. So tonight, I give you permission to release the need to understand. Let your logical mind take a rest. It has worked hard enough. Its desire to make sense of everything is a good gift, but it is not the right tool for this moment. This moment calls for a different faculty of your soul. It calls for the faculty of trust, of faith, of surrender. You do not have to understand how the sun can warm a planet from millions of miles away to enjoy its heat on your skin. You do not have to understand the intricate biology of your own lungs to receive the life-giving gift of air. And you do not have to understand how my peace can exist in the midst of your problems to receive it. Let go of the how and the why. They are heavy questions. Instead, just rest in the what. And the what is this: the peace of God, a gift from your Savior, is here. It is real. And it is for you. Let this nonsensical, beautiful, miraculous peace be the final reality you cling to as you drift off to sleep. Let it guard your heart. Let it guard your mind. Let it be the soft pillow on which you lay your weary head. My precious child, as you rest in this supernatural peace that surpasses all your understanding, you may feel a new sensation. It is the feeling of floating, of being weightless on this beautiful river of grace. It is a wonderful feeling, a feeling of freedom. But I know that for a heart that has been heavy for so long, the feeling of weightlessness can sometimes be disorienting. You can feel unmoored, adrift. You fear that this peace might just carry you away into an unknown and empty void. This is why my peace is never just a feeling. It is always attached to a person. It is attached to me. And while my peace gives you the feeling of floating, my presence gives you the reality of being anchored. I want you to imagine this now. You are floating on your back, on that vast, calm, twilight sea of my grace. Above you is the endless, starry expanse of the heavens. Below you is the infinite deep support of the water. You are perfectly held. But now, I want you to feel a new connection. From the very center of your being, from your heart, there is a strong, yet supple cord. It is a cord made of golden light, a cord of pure trust. And this cord trails down from you, deep into the water, deeper and deeper, until it reaches the very bedrock of the ocean floor. And there, it is attached to a great, heavy, unmovable anchor. That anchor, my child, is me. It is my unchanging character. It is my eternal presence. The waves of life will come. The storms of circumstance will blow on the surface. Your feelings will shift and change like the winds. At times you may feel tossed about. You may feel the chaos of the surface. But through it all you will not be swept away. You will not be lost. Because deep beneath the turbulent surface, you are connected to the anchor. The anchor does not move. The anchor holds. Let us think about the qualities of this anchor tonight so you can feel its security deep within your soul. First, this anchor is infinitely heavy. It is heavy with my faithfulness. I have promised that I will never leave you nor forsake you. I have promised that my plans for you are for good and not for harm. I have promised that nothing can ever separate you from my love. These promises are not light or flimsy things. They have the full weight of the character of God behind them. They are more real and more solid than your problems. They are more dependable than your own heartbeat. When you feel yourself drifting into fear or doubt, feel the gentle tug of this anchor of my faithfulness, reminding you that I am true to my word, always. Second, this anchor is buried deep in the bedrock of history. It is not a new or untested thing. It is the same anchor that held Abraham when he looked up at the stars, that held Moses before a raging sea, that held David in the face of a giant, that held Daniel in a den of lions, that held Mary at the foot of a cross. It has been tested by fire, by flood, by famine, by fear for millennia. It has never once failed. It has never once dragged. It has never once broken. You are not putting your trust in a new philosophy or a fleeting feeling. You are anchoring your soul to the same ancient, time-tested reality that has held every one of my saints throughout history. You are part of a great cloud of witnesses who can testify the anchor holds. Third, this anchor is your connection to home. When a ship is in a safe harbor, it drops its anchor. It is a sign that the journey is over for a time, that it is safe to rest. Your soul has been a ship on a stormy, open sea, searching for a safe harbor. Tonight, you have found it. You have entered the harbor of my presence. And by allowing my presence to be your anchor, you are signaling to every part of your being, your body, your mind, your heart, your spirit, that it is safe to stop traveling. It is safe to lower the sails of striving. It is safe to rest the weary crew of your thoughts. You are home. Feel the security of this now. Feel the paradox. You are floating, yet you are grounded. You are weightless, yet you are securely held. The surface of your life may be in motion, but the core of your being is anchored in eternal stillness. This is the secret of the Christian life. It is the secret to having peace in the midst of the storm. So as you drift deeper and deeper toward sleep, be aware of this connection. Be aware of the golden cord of trust that runs from your heart to mine. Feel the steady, unmovable weight of the anchor far below. Let go of your fear of drifting. You cannot drift away from me. You are anchored to the very heart of God. Nothing can move you. Nothing can shake you. Nothing can claim you. You are held fast. You are secure. You are anchored in perfect, unending peace. Rest now. The anchor holds. My child, as you rest in the security of this anchor, held fast in my presence, there is a specific kind of heaviness that my peace wants to dissolve completely. It is a dense, sticky, toxic weight. It is the weight of unforgiveness. This weight can come from two directions: the burden of your own guilt for what you have done, or the burden of bitterness for what has been done to you. Both are incredibly heavy stones, and they can poison the well of your heart, making true peace impossible. Tonight, let us bring this dense weight into the light of my grace. Let us first speak of the weight of your own guilt. This is the stone of regret we touched on earlier, but I want to go deeper. Guilt is more than just sadness over a past mistake. It is a feeling of uncleanness, of being stained. It is the voice that whispers you are permanently disqualified, that your sin has created a chasm between us that can never be bridged. It is a heavy, leaden cloak of shame that you wear, and it makes you want to hide, especially from me. You feel that your heavy heart is a just punishment for your past actions, and so you carry it, believing you deserve its weight. My beloved, look at me. Look at my hands again, the hands that hold your heart. See the scars. What do you think those scars are for? They are the receipt. They are the proof of purchase. They are the eternal, undeniable evidence that the full debt for every wrong thing you have ever done, or ever will do, has been paid in full. When I hung on that cross, I did not just take some of your sin. I took all of it. The past, the present, and the future. I took it into my own body, and I put it to death. It is finished. The guilt you are carrying is a weight I have already lifted. The shame you are wearing is a cloak I have already removed. When you insist on carrying your own guilt, you are, in a sense, telling me that my sacrifice was not enough. You are trying to pay for something that has been bought for you at an infinite price. So I invite you now into the beautiful, liberating lightness of receiving your forgiveness. See that heavy, leaden cloak of shame that you are wearing? In your mind, I want you to unfasten it. Feel its oppressive weight on your shoulders. And now, let it slide off of you. Watch it fall to the ground at my feet in a heavy heap, and see me looking at you, not with condemnation, but with a smile of pure joy and love. I then hand you a new garment. It is a robe of pure, brilliant white light. It is woven from my own righteousness. As you put it on, it feels weightless, freeing, and perfectly clean. This is who you are to me now. Not a sinner defined by your past, but a saint, clothed in the perfection of your Savior. Breathe in the clean air of forgiveness. Feel its lightness. Your guilt has no more claim on you. Now, let us speak of the other weight, which can be even heavier. It is the burden of bitterness, the poison of unforgiveness towards someone who has wounded you. You carry their offense like a hot coal in your heart. You replay their words, their actions. You feel the surge of anger, the ache of injustice. You hold on to this bitterness, believing it is a weapon you are wielding against them. But can you not see? The only person being burned by this hot coal is you. It is a heavy, burning stone that sears your own soul and makes peace impossible. I know what you are thinking. But they don't deserve my forgiveness. You don't know what they did. Oh, my child, I do know. I know better than you do. And you are right. They do not deserve it. Forgiveness is never about the other person deserving it. It is about you choosing to be free. Unforgiveness is a chain that binds you to the person who hurt you. You are still tethered to them, still allowing them to have power over your emotional state. Forgiveness is you, with my help, taking a pair of bolt cutters and severing that chain. It is not saying, what you did was okay. It is saying, what you did will no longer have the power to control my heart. This is perhaps the hardest work a human heart can do. And you cannot do it alone. So let's do it together. Picture the person who wounded you. Allow yourself to feel the pain, the anger. Now see yourself standing at the foot of my cross. And I want you to bring that person and have them stand there with you. Now look up at me on that cross. And hear me whisper the same words I whispered then. Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do. I spoke those words for your offender, just as I spoke them for you. My forgiveness is a mighty river, big enough for everyone. Now I want you to open your hand. See the hot, burning coal of your bitterness. It is painful to hold. With an act of your will, even if your feelings don't agree, I want you to choose to let it go. Drop the coal at the foot of the cross. Let it be extinguished in the river of my blood, which was shed for them as much as for you. As you release it, you are releasing them from the debt they owe you. You are handing their judgment over to me, and I am a just judge. And you are setting yourself free. Feel the chain break. Feel the release of that burning heavy weight. Feel the cool relief in your own heart where that coal used to be. It is the lightness of grace. It is the peace that comes when justice and mercy have been entrusted to God. Rest now, my child. Rest in the glorious, weightless freedom of a heart that is fully forgiven and is now free to forgive. My beloved child, as you rest in the lightness of forgiveness with your heart anchored and held, I want to reveal another dimension of my character to you. It is a truth that your heavy heart has been instinctively searching for. When you feel overwhelmed, when the world feels too loud, too harsh, too demanding, what is your deepest instinct? It is to hide. It is the desire of a weary soldier to find a safe bunker, the desire of a frightened child to pull the covers over their head. This instinct is not cowardly. It is wise. It is a God-given longing for sanctuary, and I am here to tell you that I myself am that sanctuary. The psalmist sang, "You are my hiding place. You will protect me from trouble and surround me with songs of deliverance." Tonight, I want to be your hiding place. I want you to feel the profound safety and relief that comes from being completely hidden in me. The world demands that you be seen. It demands that you be available, responsive, productive. It puts you on a stage under bright, hot lights and expects a constant performance. This pressure to be perpetually visible is utterly exhausting. It leaves no room for your true, vulnerable self. But my kingdom has a different economy. It has a secret room, a hidden place, reserved just for you, where you can be completely unseen by the world, and yet more fully seen by me than ever before. Let us enter this hiding place together now. It is not a physical location. It is a spiritual reality. In your mind, I want you to see yourself walking away from the stage of your life. Leave the bright lights, the audience, the expectations. You are walking down a quiet, cool stone corridor. At the end of the corridor is a heavy, ancient wooden door. As you approach, it swings open silently, inviting you in. You step across the threshold, and the door closes behind you, shutting out all the noise, all the pressure, all the demands of the world. The silence is immediate and absolute. You are now in me. This is the secret place of the Most High. This is the shadow of the Almighty. This is your hiding place. Look around you in this sacred space. It is not a small, constricting box. It is a vast and peaceful sanctuary. The air itself feels different here. It is thick with peace, rich with love. It is easy to breathe here. Your lungs fill completely, without effort. The atmosphere hums with a quiet, powerful energy, the energy of my own being. You are inside the very heart of God. Here in your hiding place, you are completely safe. The troubles that were pursuing you cannot find you here. The anxieties that were nipping at your heels cannot cross this threshold. The condemning voices of your past have no jurisdiction in this holy ground. They are outside the door, their power broken, their voices fading into nothing. You are protected. Here, in your hiding deep place, you are completely hidden. No one can see you. No one can judge you. No one can demand anything from you. You are free from the tyranny of other people's expectations. You are free from the need to perform. You can finally take off the last remnants of your costume. You can be utterly and completely yourself. You can be weak. You can be silent. You can be still. The relief of being hidden is a profound kind of rest. It is the joy of being off duty, of being able to let your guard down completely, because you are in a place of perfect trust. And here, in your hiding place, you are surrounded by songs of deliverance. Listen, can you hear it? It is not a sound that comes through your ears, but a vibration that you feel in your soul. It is the constant, quiet song that I am singing over you. It is a song that speaks of your deliverance from fear, your deliverance from sin, your deliverance into my everlasting arms. It is a melody of pure love, a harmony of perfect peace. It is the music of your salvation, and it fills this sanctuary, wrapping around you like a warm, comforting blanket of sound. So I invite you to make yourself at home here. Find a comfortable spot in this vast, quiet sanctuary of my heart and simply rest. Lie down. Curl up. There is nothing you need to do. There is no one you need to be. You have found the ultimate refuge. The world cannot find you here tonight. Your troubles cannot find you here. Your fears cannot find you here. Only my love can find you here, and it has. Let this feeling of being hidden, safe, and surrounded by my love be the reality you drift to sleep in. Let your nervous system finally stand down from its high alert. The battle is over for today. You have retreated to the impregnable fortress of your God. You are in your hiding place, and I will keep you here, safe and sound, all through the night. Rest now, my hidden one. Rest in the safety and the silence of me. My beloved child, as you rest here, hidden and safe within me, I want to speak a gentle but powerful word of truth to your identity. For a long time, the heaviness in your heart has been more than just a feeling. It has begun to define you. You have looked in the mirror and seen a sad person. You have thought of yourself as a worrier. You have identified with your anxiety, with your grief, with your weariness. The weight has become so constant that you have mistaken it for a part of who you are. And this is a subtle but devastating lie from the enemy of your soul. Tonight, I want to separate you from your burden. I want to help you see that the heaviness you feel is something you are experiencing, not something you are. It is a weather pattern passing through your soul, but it is not the sky itself. It is a garment you have been wearing, but it is not your own skin. Listen to me now as I whisper your true name. Listen to the identity that I have given you, an identity that is eternal, unshakable, and completely independent of your feelings or your circumstances. First and foremost, you are my child. Before you were anything else, before you had a name, a job, or a story, you were a beloved thought in the mind of God. I knit you together in your mother's womb. I knew you. I chose you. I called you into being. Your primary core identity is this: you are a child of the King of Kings. This identity is not earned by your good behavior, and it cannot be lost by your struggles. It is a fact of your creation and your redemption. The heaviness in your heart does not change your spiritual DNA. You are a child of God. Because you are my child, you are unconditionally loved. Your worth is not a fluctuating stock market price, rising with your successes and falling with your failures. Your worth is a fixed, infinite constant, established by the price I was willing to pay for you on the cross. I looked at you in your brokenness and said, "Worth it." This love is your foundation. A heavy heart can make you feel unlovable, but it is a lie. My love for you is not a feeling. It is an eternal, unchanging reality. It is the very ground of your being. You are also forgiven. We have spoken of this, but let it sink deeper now into your sense of self. You are not a sinner in the sense that this is your primary identity. You are a saint, which simply means one who has been set apart by God, who sometimes sins. Because of my finished work on the cross, when the Father looks at you, he does not see the stain of your past. He sees the pure white robe of my righteousness which I have given you. Your identity is not flawed or broken. Your identity in me is blameless and holy. The heaviness of guilt is a false garment. Your true garment is one of light, and you are a new creation. The person you were before you knew me, the person defined by fear, by shame, by the patterns of this world, that person has been crucified with me, and a new person has been raised to life. The old has gone, the new has come. This new you, the real you, is being renewed day by day into my likeness. Your spirit is alive with my spirit. You have access to my power, my joy, my peace. You may not always feel it, but it is the deepest truth of who you are. The heaviness you feel is part of the old that is passing away. Your true new self is a being of light and life. Why is it so important to remember this tonight? Because what you identify with, you empower. If you identify with your heaviness, you give it power over you. You give it permission to stay. But when you choose to identify with your true self in me, as a beloved, forgiven new creation, You disempower the heaviness. You relegate it to its proper place, as a temporary and external experience, not a core part of your being. You are reminding yourself, this sadness is not me. This anxiety is not me. It is something I am feeling, but my true self is hidden with Christ in God, and that self is whole and loved and at peace. So tonight I want you to gently peel the label of heavy-hearted person off of your soul. It was a false label that was stuck on you by the world. And let me replace it with your true labels. Let me place on your heart the label that says, beloved child. Let me place on your mind the label that says, new creation. Let me place on your spirit the label that says, forgiven and free. This is who you are. This is your unchanging reality. The heaviness is just a fog that is obscuring the truth. But the fog will lift, and the truth of who you are will remain. Rest now, not in your feelings, but in your true identity. Rest as the beloved child you are, and let this truth bring a lightness to your soul that no circumstance can ever take away. My child, my beloved, as you rest in the truth of your unshakable identity in me, let us turn our attention to the environment within your soul. A heavy heart is rarely a quiet heart. In fact, the heaviness is often accompanied by a great and clamorous noise. It is the noise of 1,000 frantic thoughts, a cacophony of inner voices all shouting for your attention. There is the loud, booming voice of fear, shouting its dire warnings and worst-case scenarios. There is the shrill, piercing siren of anxiety, an alarm that never seems to turn off. There is the relentless, hammering sound of self-criticism, pounding away at your sense of worth. There is the mournful, wailing cry of grief and the angry, chaotic noise of frustration. Your inner world is a storm, a battlefield, a loud and tumultuous place, and you are so very tired of the noise. You long for silence. You ache for quiet. In the midst of all this inner clamor, you have tried to hear me. You have strained your spiritual ears, hoping to hear a great booming voice from heaven that would overpower all the others, a voice of thunder that would command the chaos to cease. But you have heard nothing, and so you have felt that I am silent, that I am distant, that I am not speaking. But my child, I am always speaking. The problem is not my silence. It is that you have been listening for the wrong kind of sound. You have been expecting me to shout, but that is not my primary language with my beloved children. I am not in the business of adding to the noise. My voice is the very essence of peace, and it comes in a way that is designed to create peace, not to compete with the chaos. Let me remind you of the story of my weary and discouraged prophet Elijah. He had just experienced a great victory, but he was exhausted and terrified, hiding in a cave, his heart as heavy as yours is tonight. He was waiting for a word from me. And the scripture says, a great and powerful wind tore the mountains apart, but I was not in the wind. After the wind came an earthquake, a violent shaking of the very foundations of the world, but I was not in the earthquake. After the earthquake came a fire, a consuming, terrifying blaze, but I was not in the fire. The wind, the earthquake, the fire, these are the loud, dramatic, chaotic noises of your own heavy heart. The wind of your anxiety, the earthquake of your grief, the fire of your anger. And you look for me there, in the drama and the intensity, but I am not in them. So where was I? The scripture says that after the fire there came a sound. In some translations it is called a still small voice. In the original Hebrew, the phrase is even more beautiful. It is kol damama daka. It translates literally to a sound of a fine blowing silence, a gentle whisper, a voice that is almost indistinguishable from silence itself. And when Elijah heard that, he knew it was me. He covered his face and went to the mouth of the cave to listen. This is how I speak to your heavy heart tonight. Not in a shout, but in a whisper. My voice is the sound of silence. It is the gentle breeze that remains after the hurricane has passed. It is the quiet hum of peace beneath all the layers of noise. To hear me, you do not need to strain your ears. In fact, you must do the opposite. You must relax them. You must stop listening for something and simply start listening to the silence. Let's practice this together now. In this quiet, hidden place, I want you to first become aware of the noise in your own heart. Acknowledge the shouting voices, the hammering thoughts. Do not fight them. Just notice them, like listening to a loud, chaotic city from a distant hilltop. Now, I want you to shift your attention. Instead of focusing on the noises, I want you to focus on the spaces between the noises. There are tiny moments of silence, tiny gaps between the frantic thoughts. I want you to place the ear of your heart into those gaps. Rest in those tiny pauses. As you focus on the silence, something miraculous will begin to happen. The silence will start to expand. The gaps will grow wider. The loud voices will seem to be moving farther and farther away. The silence itself will become the main sound, and the noises will become the faint background interruptions. You are not silencing the voices through effort. You are making them irrelevant by choosing to tune into a different frequency. And in that expanding silence, you will begin to perceive me. My voice is not necessarily in words. My voice is in the feeling of peace that is beginning to blossom in your chest. My voice is in the sense of profound safety that is enveloping you. My voice is in the gentle, unspoken assurance that you are loved, that you are held, that everything will be okay. My voice is the very substance of this calm you are now beginning to feel. It is a kol damama daka, a fine, blowing silence. It is the most powerful sound in the universe, for it is the sound of my love. So rest now, my child. Stop listening to the wind, the earthquake, and the fire of your loud heart. Let them rage in the distance if they must. Instead, cover your face, come to the entrance of your heart, and listen to the whisper. Listen to the silence, for that is where I am. I am speaking to you now in the language of peace itself. Be still and listen. My precious child, as you rest in this growing silence, listening to my still, small voice, I want to guide your attention to the physical residence of your heavy heart. Your soul and your body are not separate entities. They are intricately, beautifully woven together. A heavy heart always creates a heavy body. The emotional and spiritual tension you have been carrying has been translated into real, physical tension, and releasing it is a crucial step toward finding complete rest. For a long time now, without even realizing it, your entire being has been clenched. It has been in a state of constant low-level contraction, braced for the next blow, prepared for the next struggle. Your soul has been clenched and your body has followed suit. Let us together begin the gentle and sacred process of unclenching. Bring your awareness first to your hands. Are they relaxed? Or are your fists lightly clenched even now? All day long your hands have been grasping, holding, trying to control. They have been clenched in frustration, in fear, in a desperate attempt to hold on to things that are slipping through your fingers. This clenching is the physical posture of a soul that is trying to carry its own burdens. Tonight, let us release them. I want you to consciously, intentionally open your hands. Stretch your fingers out wide and then let them fall into a completely relaxed, open position. Imagine that you are unclenching the fists of your soul, releasing your grip on your problems, your plans, your worries. An open hand is a posture of trust. It is a posture of surrender. It is a posture of reception. You have let go, and now your hands are open to receive the peace I am giving you. Feel the warmth and tingling sensation as the blood flows freely into your open, unclenched hands. Now, bring your awareness to your jaw. This is a place where we store so much tension. All day long you have been biting back words of anger or frustration. You have been gritting your teeth to get through a difficult moment. Your jaw has been clenched in a state of readiness, of vigilance, and it is exhausted. I want you to intentionally let it go slack. Allow a small space to open up between your upper and lower teeth. Let your tongue, which may have been pressed against the roof of your mouth, rest softly and heavily at the bottom of your mouth. Feel the release of those powerful, tired muscles. This is the physical act of unclenching your will. You are letting go of your need to fight, to argue, to resist. You are surrendering to the gentle flow of my grace. Feel the wave of relaxation spread from your jaw down into your neck. Now let's move to your shoulders. Oh, your poor, tired shoulders. They have been drawn up toward your ears for so long, a physical shield against the world. They have been carrying the weight of all your responsibilities, real and imagined. They are knotted with the tension of shouldering your burdens alone. Consciously, right now, I want you to let them drop. Let gravity have them. Imagine those heavy burdens we spoke of earlier literally sliding off of your shoulders and falling to the floor. Feel your shoulders become heavy, warm, and loose. Feel the space that is created between your earlobes and the tops of your shoulders. This is the posture of a soul that has accepted my invitation to take my easy yoke. You are letting me carry the weight now. Feel the relief spread across your upper back and down your spine. Finally, bring your awareness to your chest and your stomach. When your heart is heavy, your chest feels tight, constricted. Your breathing is shallow. Your stomach is in a tight knot of anxiety. This is the posture of a soul that is bracing for impact. It is a state of fear. So now, I want you to take a slow, deep, intentional breath. But do not just breathe into your chest. I want you to imagine you are sending that breath deep down into the knotted place in your stomach. As you breathe in, imagine the breath is warm, loving, and spacious. It gently surrounds that knot of fear. And as you exhale with a long, slow sigh, imagine the knot loosening. Imagine it softening, unraveling, dissolving in the warmth of that loving breath. Let's do it again. A deep, gentle breath in, sending peace and safety to the core of your being. A long, slow breath out, releasing the fear, the dread, the constriction. This is the posture of a soul that is learning to trust. It is the posture of a child who knows they are safe. Hands, jaw, shoulders, stomach. You are slowly, intentionally unclenching your entire being. You are teaching your body the new language of trust, of surrender, of peace. You are letting go of the physical armor you have been wearing for so long. As you continue to relax, feel this wave of unclenching move through the rest of your body. Let it soften the tiny muscles around your eyes. Let it release the tension in your back. Let it make your legs and feet feel heavy and warm. You are becoming a body at peace. Your physical state is finally catching up with the spiritual reality that you are safe, you are held, and you are loved. Rest now in this beautiful, heavy, relaxed state. You have unclenched your soul, and your body is singing a quiet hymn of gratitude. My child, as your body unclenches and your mind grows quiet, I want to lead your soul to a place of deep, profound restoration. You have done the hard work of letting go. Now comes the gentle work of being refreshed. I am your good shepherd, and the shepherd's primary task, after ensuring the safety of his sheep, is to lead them to a place where they can find nourishment and rest for their weary souls. The psalmist David, who knew my heart so well, described this place perfectly. He sang, "The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restores my soul. Tonight I am leading you. Close your eyes or the eyes of your heart and follow the sound of my voice. We are walking away from the barren, rocky ground of your troubles. We are leaving behind the dusty landscape of your exhaustion. I am leading you on a soft and gentle path, a path your feet were made to walk. Feel the ground beneath you changing. It is no longer hard and unforgiving. It has become a lush, thick carpet of the greenest grass you have ever seen. It is cool and soft underfoot. This is the pasture of my provision, the field of my grace. And listen. As we walk, you begin to hear a new sound. It is a quiet sound, a gentle liquid sound. It is the sound of water. We arrive now at the water's edge. But this is not a raging, chaotic river that would frighten or intimidate you. This is not the turbulent flood of your anxieties. No, these are the still waters. Look at them. We have come to a deep, serene pool, sheltered by ancient weeping willows. The surface of the water is like a flawless mirror of dark glass, perfectly reflecting the deep indigo of the twilight sky and the first few stars as they begin to appear. There is no wind here. The air itself is holding its breath. The only movement is the slow, majestic drifting of a single lily pad on the far side of the pool. This is a place of absolute, unshakable tranquility. The shepherd knows that a sheep, a creature of anxiety, will not drink from rushing water. It fears being swept away. So the shepherd, in his wisdom and love, finds a place just like this. A place of stillness, of safety, of quiet invitation. I have brought you here tonight because your soul is thirsty. It has been parched by the hot winds of worry and the arid dust of striving. You have been trying to quench your thirst at the world's broken fountains, and they have only left you thirstier. But this water, the water I offer, is different. It is living water. It is the very essence of my spirit, the substance of my peace. Come, kneel with me here on the soft, mossy bank at the water's edge. Let us be still for a moment and just gaze into the depths. As you look at your own reflection, I see it too. I see the tiredness in your eyes, but I also see the spark of hope that has brought you here. I see your beautiful, beloved face. Now I want you to cup your hands together and reach down and dip them into the still, cool water. Feel its silken texture on your skin. It is clean, pure, life-giving. Bring your cupped hands to your lips and drink. Drink deeply, my child. This is the water of life offered freely. There is no price to pay. As you drink, I want you to feel this living water entering not just your body, but your very soul. This is the moment the psalmist spoke of. He restores my soul. What does that mean for you right now? It means that the dry, cracked desert places within you are being flooded with cool, healing moisture. It means that the parts of your spirit that have felt wilted and brittle are being revived, becoming supple and green and alive again. It is a deep, cellular-level rehydration of your being. Drink again. Feel this water of peace washing away the internal grit and dust of the day. Feel it cooling the inflammation of your anxieties. Feel it cleansing the lingering bitterness of old wounds. Feel it filling the empty, aching hollows of your heart with a quiet, peaceful fullness. Now that you have drunk your fill, I want you to do what the shepherd makes his sheep do next. Lie down. Lie down here in the green pasture, right beside the still waters. Feel the soft, cool grass beneath you, a perfect bed of rest. Lay your head down. You are safe. The shepherd is watching over you. There are no predators in this pasture. There are no dangers near these waters. Your only job now is to rest in this place of perfect provision. You have been led. You have been refreshed. Your soul is being restored. As you lie here, let the image of this place become a sanctuary in your mind. This is a place you can return to at any moment. When you are in the midst of a frantic day, you can close your eyes for 30 seconds and remember this pasture. You can feel the cool grass. You can see the still waters. You can taste the peace. You can reconnect with me, your shepherd, who is always leading you, even when you cannot see the path. But for tonight, you do not have to go anywhere else. You are here. You have arrived. Let the gentle lapping of the water be your lullaby. Let the softness of the grass be your comfort. Let the presence of your shepherd be your security. Your soul is drinking in the peace, absorbing the rest, and being made new. Sleep now, my precious sheep. Sleep in the green pastures of my love, beside the still waters of my peace. My beloved, as you rest in this green pasture, your soul restored by the still waters, I want to offer you one final, beautiful exchange before you drift into the deepest sleep. Your heavy heart came here tonight wearing a particular garment. It is an invisible garment, but its weight is very real. It is the garment of a spirit of despair. The prophet Isaiah spoke of a glorious exchange that I, your Messiah, would bring about. He said I would come to bestow on them a crown of beauty instead of ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, and a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. We have dealt with the ashes of your past and the mourning of your heart. Now let us attend to this heavy, suffocating garment of despair. What does this garment feel like? It is like a heavy, wet, woolen cloak. It is drab and colorless. It smells of dampness and decay. When you wear it, it saps your strength. It makes every movement an effort. It blocks out the light and warmth of the sun. It muffles all sounds of joy. It clings to you, a constant oppressive weight that reminds you of hopelessness. A spirit of despair is one that has given up, one that believes the darkness will never end, that the heaviness will be its reality forever. You have been wearing this garment for a long time, and you are so tired of its weight. Tonight, in the gentle authority of my love, I am asking you to take it off. In the safety of this pasture, I want you to see yourself standing up. Feel the immense weight of this damp, dark cloak on your shoulders. And now, with my strength, I want you to shrug it off. Let it slide from your body and fall into a heap on the ground at your feet. Step away from it. Look at it lying there. That is not you. That is the despair that has been clinging to you. It is a lie that has been masquerading as your reality. Now look at me. I am standing before you, and in my hands, I am holding a new garment for you. It is the garment of praise. What does this garment look like? It is the opposite of the old one in every way. It is not heavy. It is utterly weightless, as if woven from light itself. It is not drab and colorless. It shimmers with every color of the dawn, with gold and rose and brilliant white. It does not smell of decay. It carries the fresh, clean scent of a new morning, of hope, of life. I want you to let me clothe you in it now. I lift this beautiful, light-filled robe and I gently place it over your shoulders. As it settles upon you, you do not feel a weight. You feel a lift. It is as if this garment has wings. It does not press you down. It makes you feel as though you could soar. It does not block the warmth. It seems to amplify it, to draw the light of my love into your very being. It does not muffle joy. It seems to hum with a quiet, joyful music of its own. What is praise? Do not think of it as just singing songs, especially when your heart has been too heavy to sing. Praise, in its deepest sense, is an orientation of the heart. It is the act of turning your focus away from the weight of your problems and onto the greatness and goodness of your God. It is a declaration of trust. It is choosing to magnify me instead of magnifying your fears. You do not have to manufacture feelings of joy to wear this garment. You simply have to receive it as a gift. By allowing me to clothe you in it, you are making a choice. You are choosing to believe in the hope I offer. You are choosing to trust in the beauty I can bring from ashes. You are choosing to align yourself with the truth of my victory rather than the feeling of your defeat. Feel this new garment upon you now. Feel its lightness. Feel its warmth. Feel the gentle, joyful energy that emanates from it. This is your new reality. This is your true clothing as a child of the King. The spirit of despair has been replaced by the garment of praise. The heaviness has been exchanged for a supernatural lightness. Now, wearing this new robe, I want you to lie back down in the soft green grass. Lie down and rest, not in your old sorrow, but in your new identity. You are clothed in light. You are wrapped in hope. You are enveloped in praise. Let the gentle, joyful music of this new garment be the lullaby that sings you to sleep. You are no longer defined by the weight you carried. You are now defined by the lightness I have given you. Rest now, my beautiful praise-clothed child. Rest in the lightness of being. My beloved child, as you lie here, clothed in the weightless garment of praise and resting in the green pastures of my peace, we have arrived at the very heart of rest itself. After all the letting go, all the releasing, all the receiving, it all comes down to one simple, profound, and sometimes difficult choice. It is the choice to trust. Trust is the foundation upon which all true peace is built. It is the fertile soil in which the seeds of rest can finally take root and grow. Without trust, even in the most peaceful surroundings, your heart will remain a tense and watchful sentinel. With trust, you can find rest in the very heart of a storm. But what is this trust I speak of? The world has given you a fragile definition of trust, one based on evidence and predictability. You trust a chair to hold you because you have seen it hold others. You trust a friend because they have proven themselves reliable over time. But the trust I am inviting you into is of a different order. It is a trust that is not based on your ability to see the outcome. It is a trust that is based entirely on my character. It is a trust that can look into the fog of the unknown and, without being able to see the path, can still say with confidence, I do not know where I am going, but I know who I am with, and that is enough. I know this is hard. Your life has taught you to be cautious. Your heart has been broken before when your trust was misplaced. You have learned to rely on your own understanding, your own strength, your own plans, because they felt safer than relying on a God you cannot see. The act of trusting me can feel like the ultimate vulnerability, like stepping off a cliff into thin air. But I want you to see it differently tonight. Trusting me is not a blind leap into darkness. It is a conscious, deliberate transfer of your weight onto a support that you have come to know is absolutely reliable. It is the act of a weary architect handing over the tangled, complex blueprints of his life to the master builder, knowing that the master's vision is infinitely greater than his own. Let us make this very practical for you, right now, as you lie on the threshold of sleep. Trust is not a feeling you must conjure up. You do not have to feel trusting to be trusting. It is a choice. It is a decision of your will, even if your emotions are still fluttering with fear. So, I want you to make that choice with me now. In the quiet of your own heart, I want you to speak a simple prayer of trust. It does not need to be eloquent. It can be as simple as this. Jesus, for this one night, I choose to trust you. I choose to trust that you are good. I choose to trust that you are in control. I choose to trust that you love me. I lay down my need to understand, my need to control, my need to see the future. I place my heavy heart, my tired body, and my weary mind into your hands. I choose to trust you. Say those words, or words like them, in your heart. Let it be a simple, sincere transaction. As you make that declaration, you are planting a flag in the soil of your soul. A flag that declares your allegiance is no longer to your fear, but to your faith. Your dependence is no longer on your own resources, but on mine. Now imagine what this trust looks like. Imagine it is a soft, warm, sturdy blanket. And with your will, you are now pulling this blanket of trust up over your entire being. Pull it up over your feet, which no longer have to run in anxious circles. Pull it up over your body, which no longer has to be tense and braced for impact. Pull it up over your heavy heart, giving it an extra layer of warmth and security. Pull it all the way up over your mind, tucking yourself in, quieting the thoughts of doubt. You are now completely covered, completely enveloped in your choice to trust me. This blanket is woven with the threads of my promises. One thread is, I will never leave you nor forsake you. Another thread is, all things work together for good for those who love God. Another thread is, my grace is sufficient for you. Feel the warmth and strength of these promises as they cover you. Choosing to trust does not mean your problems will magically disappear. The storm may still be raging outside the windows of your life. But you have chosen to trust the integrity of the house. You have chosen to trust the one who built the house and who lives in it with you. You have chosen to rest in the safety of his presence, regardless of the weather report. This is the ultimate secret to peace. It is the final letting go. It is the release of the last, most stubborn burden, the burden of self-reliance. So rest now, my child, under this warm blanket of trust. You have made the choice. The decision is made. You do not have to revisit it or second-guess it tonight. You have done the one thing necessary. You have entrusted yourself to me, and I, your faithful shepherd and your loving God, I will honor that trust. I will be for you everything you need me to be. You can rest now. Your heart is safe because you have placed it in the hands of the one you choose to trust. My precious child, as you lie here, wrapped in the warm blanket of your trust, I want to give you the final, unshakable foundation upon which your rest can be built. It is the one truth that undergirds everything else we have spoken of tonight. It is the bedrock upon which all peace, all hope, all healing is constructed. It is the simple, yet infinitely profound reality of my love for you. For even trust can feel fragile if the object of that trust is not perfectly, completely, and unchangeably loving. You are trusting me tonight. But I want you to know why you can trust me. You can trust me because I do not just feel love for you. I am love. It is the very essence of my being. And my love for you is not a fickle emotion. It is an eternal, unchanging, and ferocious commitment. I once told a parable about a wise man and a foolish man. The foolish man built his house on the sand. When the rains came and the streams rose and the winds blew and beat against that house, it fell with a great crash. His foundation was unstable. The sand represents all the things the world tells you to build your life upon. Your achievements, your wealth, your relationships, your health, your own feelings. These things are like sand. They shift and change. A house built upon them will never feel truly safe. And a heart that tries to rest on them will never find true peace. But the wise man, I said, built his house on the rock. And when the very same storm came, the same rains, the same floods, the same winds, it beat against that house. But it did not fall, because it had its foundation on the rock. My child, my love for you is that rock. It is the one true unshakable foundation in the entire universe. It is the solid ground beneath the shifting sands of your life. And tonight, I am inviting you to build your rest upon this rock. Let us feel the qualities of this rock of my love. First, it is eternal. My love for you did not begin on the day you were born, and it will not end when you die. I have loved you, the scripture says, with an everlasting love. From eternity past, before I even spoke the world into being, I knew you. I loved you. My love is older than the mountains, deeper than the oceans. It is the Alpha and Omega of your story. The heaviness in your heart is temporary. Your pain is temporary. Your circumstances are temporary, but my love for you is eternal. It has no beginning and it has no end. Second, my love is unconditional. This is so difficult for the human heart to grasp, for you live in a world of conditions. You are loved if you are good, if you are successful, if you are easy to be around. But my love is not like that. It is a love without an if. I love you on your best day. I love you on your worst day. I love you when your faith is strong. I love you when you are filled with doubt. I love you when your heart is light. And I love you with a special, tender fierceness when your heart is heavy. There is nothing you can do to make me love you more. and there is absolutely nothing you can do to make me love you less. My love is a constant, a given, the great I am of your soul's existence. Third, my love is powerful. It is not a weak, sentimental feeling. My love is the most powerful force in creation. It is the love that compelled me to leave the glory of heaven and walk the dusty roads of this earth. It is the love that drove me to the cross. It is the love that was strong enough to bear the full weight of sin and death. And it is the love that was powerful enough to defeat the grave and rise again in victory. This is the love that is for you. This is the love that is holding you. It is a love that can heal any wound, break any chain, and conquer any fear. So tonight, as you prepare to sleep, I want you to consciously build your rest upon this rock. In your mind, see yourself moving off of the shifting sands of your feelings and circumstances, and step firmly onto this great, solid, warm rock of my love. Feel its unshakable stability beneath you. This is your new ground. This is your true home. Let this be the foundation of your peace. You can be at peace not because your problems are gone, but because you are resting on a love that is bigger than your problems. You can be at peace not because you feel strong, but because you are resting on a love that is your strength. You can be at peace not because you have it all figured out, but because you are resting on the love of the one who does. Lie down now upon this rock. Let its solid strength hold you. Let its eternal warmth seep into you. The storms may come, but they cannot harm you here. You are safe. You are secure. You are resting on the unshakable, unconditional, all-powerful love of your God. And that is the most peaceful place in the universe. My beloved child, you have done such beautiful work with your heart tonight. You have brought its heaviness into the light. You have allowed me to hold it, to heal it, to anchor it, and to build a new foundation of rest for it upon the rock of my love. Your heart is now in a place of peace. It is lighter, it is safer, it is quieter. But for your rest to be complete, we must now invite your body to follow your heart's lead. For so long, your body has been a faithful servant to your heavy heart. When your heart was anxious, your body responded with a racing pulse and shallow breath. When your heart was grieving, your body produced the physical tears and the ache in your chest. When your heart was stressed, your body answered with tense muscles and sleepless nights. It has been living in a state of high alert, a loyal soldier standing guard over a kingdom in turmoil. But now, the turmoil is ceasing. The king, your heart, is at peace. And it is time to give the faithful soldier permission to stand down. It is time for your body to come home from the war. This is a process of gentle, conscious invitation. Your body has been in a state of tension for so long that it may have forgotten how to be truly relaxed. We must remind it. We must guide it with love and patience into the same peace your heart is now experiencing. Let us begin at the very top of your head. Bring your awareness to your scalp and your forehead. You may not even realize it, but these muscles have been tight, furrowed with worry. I want you to imagine my hand, the gentle, scarred hand of your Savior, placing itself softly upon your brow. Feel the warmth, and imagine that warmth is a message, a command to the muscles to release. Feel the skin of your forehead smoothing out. Feel the tension around your temples begin to dissolve. Let the peace begin here. Now let that wave of relaxation flow down into your face. Let it soften the tiny, tired muscles around your eyes. You have been straining to see, to understand for so long. Let them rest now. There is nothing you need to watch for. I am your watchman. Let the relaxation flow into your cheeks, and most especially, into your jaw. We have spoken of this before, but let us release it again even more deeply. Let your jaw go completely slack. Let it feel heavy. The need to speak, to defend, to control, is over for today. Your jaw can be at complete rest. Let the wave of peace continue its journey down into your neck and your shoulders. These are the great storehouses of your burdens. Picture the muscles here as tightly wound ropes. Now see my hands gently massaging those ropes. Feel the knots begin to loosen. The fibers begin to soften. Give your shoulders permission to drop, to sink down, away from your ears. Feel them become heavy, so heavy, as they release the last remnants of the weight they have carried. They are no longer responsible for holding up the world. They are responsible only for resting. Follow that wave of relaxation now as it flows down your arms. Feel it moving through your biceps, your elbows, your forearms. Let your arms feel heavy and warm, and let the peace settle in your hands. We have already unclenched them, but now let them become even more relaxed, so that they feel as if they are made of warm, soft wax, gently melting into the surface beneath them. Now bring your awareness to your back, from your neck all the way down to your lower spine. Your back has been a pillar of strength, holding you upright through all the storms. It is tired. Imagine this wave of peace flowing down your spine, vertebra by vertebra. With each one, feel a release. Feel your back lengthening, softening, and sinking deeper into the surface that supports you. Let go of the rigid posture of vigilance. Allow your body to be held completely. Let the peace flow into your chest and your stomach. This is the center of so much of your emotional turmoil. As you breathe in, imagine you are breathing a soft, golden light of peace directly into this area. As you breathe out, imagine you are releasing all the stored fear, all the tightness, all the dread. With each breath, feel your chest opening, your diaphragm relaxing. Feel the knotted muscles of your abdomen finally letting go. Your core, which was once a tight ball of anxiety, is becoming a soft, warm center of tranquility. Finally, let the last wave of peace flow down through your hips, your thighs, your knees, your calves, and all the way to the very tips of your toes. Your legs have been carrying you, running from fears, running towards solutions. Let them now be still. Let them feel heavy, so heavy, as if they are anchored in a deep and profound rest. Your entire body, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet, has now been invited into the peace that your heart has found. It is no longer at war. It is no longer on guard. It is a body at rest. It is a body that trusts. It is a body that is safe. This is the physical manifestation of my peace. It is a heaviness that feels like lightness. It is a stillness that feels like freedom. Rest here now, in this beautiful, peaceful union of a light heart and a heavy, relaxed body. You are whole. You are at peace. And you are ready for the deepest sleep. My precious child, you have come so far tonight. Your heavy heart is now light, resting in my hands. Your body has followed, sinking into a deep and profound state of relaxation. You are on the very edge of the beautiful abyss of sleep, and right here, at this final threshold, a new and ancient fear can sometimes arise. It is the fear of the night itself, the fear of letting go of consciousness, the fear of being vulnerable and alone in the darkness. You may not even be aware of this fear, but your soul knows it. The night represents the unknown. It is a time when the world is quiet, and the inner demons can seem louder. It is a time when you are at your most defenseless, and so, a small primal part of you may resist this final surrender. It wants to stay on guard. It wants to keep watch over your own soul. Tonight, I want to relieve you of this final duty, the duty of the watchman. You do not have to stand guard over your own heart tonight, for I am the watchman of Israel, the one who never slumbers nor sleeps, and I will keep watch over you through the entire night. I want you to picture your rest now as a small, peaceful kingdom. Your mind, your body, your heart, your spirit, these are the lands within this kingdom. And for tonight, you, the ruler, are going to sleep. You are going to a secret chamber in the heart of the castle and rest. But you can only do so if you know that the kingdom is protected. So I want you to see me now, not as the gentle shepherd, but as the captain of the host, the commander of heaven's armies. See me standing at the gates of your kingdom. I am clothed in light, and my eyes are like flames of fire, seeing everything. My sword of truth is at my side. I am the ultimate guardian, the sentinel who cannot be overcome. I will stand watch at the gates of your mind. If a fearful thought or an anxious dream tries to sneak in during the night, I will be there to turn it away. I will not allow it to enter and disturb your peace. Your mind will be a protected city tonight, a city of quiet streets and peaceful homes. I will stand watch over your body. I will command my angels, as we have spoken, to encamp around you. They are the silent, powerful soldiers who enforce my will. They will guard your physical form, protecting you from all harm, seen and unseen. Your body, the temple of my spirit, will be a sacred and defended space. I will stand watch over your heart. Your heart, which is already resting in my hands, will remain in my constant, vigilant care. If a shadow of old sorrow or a phantom of past pain tries to approach it in the darkness, my light will expose it and my love will dispel it. Your heart will be kept in a chamber of perfect peace, deep within the fortress of my being. My watch over you is perfect. It is tireless. It is fueled by an infinite and unconditional love. While you sleep, I will be awake. While you are unconscious, I will be fully conscious of you. While you are at your most vulnerable, I will be at my most powerful on your behalf. The psalmist knew this profound security. He wrote, "In peace I will both lie down and sleep. For you alone, O Lord, make me dwell in safety." The peace came because he knew who was in charge of his safety. It was not himself. It was me. So I want you to officially transfer the duty of the watch to me. In the quiet of your soul, I want you to see yourself as the weary watchman at the end of a long shift. You are on the castle wall, your eyes are heavy, and you see me, your captain, approaching. I come to you, place a gentle hand on your shoulder, and I say, "Your watch is over. You have been faithful. But now it is my turn. Go and rest. I have the watch from here." Feel the immense relief of that transfer. You can finally lay down your weapons. You can finally leave the cold, lonely post on the wall. You can walk away from the ramparts of vigilance and go deep into the heart of the castle to rest. You can do this because you know with absolute certainty that the commander is on duty, and he never fails. Let this be your final conscious thought. He has the watch. You are relieved of your post. You are free to completely let go. The kingdom of your soul is in the safest possible hands. So fall back now into the deep, dark velvet of sleep. Do not fear the darkness, for I am the light within it. Do not fear the silence, for I am the word within it. Do not fear the vulnerability, for I am the power that surrounds it. I will keep watch. I will hold you. I will sustain you. I will guard you until the first light of morning dawns. Sleep now, my child. The watchman is on duty. My precious child, as you lie here on the very edge of sleep, with your heart held, your body at rest, and your soul under my vigilant watch, I want to bestow upon you a final gift. It is a blessing. A blessing is more than just a hopeful wish. It is a declaration of divine intent. It is me speaking my creative, life-giving power into the deepest parts of your being. It is the seal upon all the work we have done together tonight. So as you drift, simply open your spirit and receive these words, letting them sink into you like a gentle, healing rain. I bless you, from the crown of your head to the soles of your feet. I bless your mind with a profound and lasting quiet. I speak shalom over the turbulent waters of your thoughts. I command the anxious, racing currents to be still. I bless you with a mind that is no longer a battlefield of worries, but a quiet garden of contemplation. May the soil of your mind be cleansed of the weeds of fear and self-criticism, and in your sleep, may I plant new seeds, seeds of truth, seeds of hope, seeds of my own thoughts toward you, which are thoughts of peace and not of evil, to give you a future and a hope. I bless you with protection from the nightmares of the enemy and with dreams that are inspired by heaven. May you awaken with a mind that is not cluttered and heavy, but clear, refreshed, and focused on me. Receive this blessing of a peaceful mind. I bless your heart, the very center of your being which came to me so heavy. I bless it with a supernatural lightness. I reaffirm the great exchange. You have given me its weight, and you have received my peace. I bless the wounded places, the cracks and the bruises with the healing balm of my spirit. May the scars that remain not be sources of pain, but shining testaments to the healing power of my love. I bless your heart with courage, the courage to love again, to hope again, to live with an open and tender posture toward the world, knowing that I am its ultimate protector. I bless it with an unshakable sense of its own worth, rooted not in performance, but in its status as my beloved. And I place a special guard of my joy around it, a quiet, deep-seated gladness that is independent of your circumstances. Receive this blessing of a light and resilient heart. I bless your body, the faithful and tired vessel that carries you through this life. I bless it with a rest that is deeper and more restorative than any it has known before. I speak to every cell, commanding it to release its stored tension and to enter a state of perfect Sabbath. I bless your nervous system, calming it, resetting it from its state of high alert to a state of deep and trusting repose. I bless your breathing, that it may remain slow, deep, and life-giving all through the night. I bless your sleep, that it will be uninterrupted by the physical manifestations of anxiety. I speak wholeness and healing over any part of your body that is in pain or suffering from illness. May my life-giving energy flow through you as you rest, repairing what is broken and refreshing what is weary. Receive this blessing of a restored and rested body. I bless your spirit, the eternal part of you that is forever connected to me. I bless it with an even deeper sense of communion with my spirit. Even as your conscious mind sleeps, may your spirit be awake to my presence, drinking deeply from the river of my love. May you be strengthened in your inner being, fortified for the day to come. I bless your spirit with a renewed sensitivity to my leading, a clearer hearing for my still, small voice. May you awaken with a spirit that is not just rested, but emboldened, filled with a quiet confidence not in yourself, but in me who dwells within you. Receive this blessing of a strengthened spirit, and finally I bless your future. I bless your tomorrow. When you awaken, you will awaken into a day that is already permeated with my grace. I bless your path, that it will be guided by my light. I bless your encounters, that they will be filled with my love. I bless your challenges, that they will be met with my strength. You are sending not your worries, but your blessings on ahead. The day to come is already consecrated, already held in the palm of my hand. This blessing is my promise and my declaration over you. It is a shield that surrounds you and a light that fills you. Let its truth be the last gentle whisper you hear as you let go completely. You are blessed, you are deeply, completely, and eternally blessed. And so, we are here. The end of the journey for tonight. The edge of the great peaceful ocean of sleep. All the work is done. All the burdens have been laid down. All the blessings have been spoken. There is nothing left for you to do, nothing left for you to hold, nothing left for you to figure out. All that is left is the final, sweet, and total surrender. Your heart, which came to me so heavy, is now light. It is resting not in your own anxious chest, but in my safe and loving hands. It is anchored, it is forgiven, it is known, and it is at peace. Your body, which was so tense and clenched, is now a heavy, warm, and peaceful vessel, sinking into the soft mattress beneath you, finally free from its long duty of high alert. Your mind, which was a noisy storm of chaos, is now a quiet, protected sanctuary, guarded by my peace and blessed with stillness. You have done all you can do. You have answered the call. You have come to me. You have been brave and vulnerable. And now, my beloved, it is time for me to do the rest. It is time for you to receive the ultimate gift of rest that I have prepared for you. It is time to sleep. Think of sleep as the final act of trust. It is the moment you let go of the last thread of control, the last vestige of consciousness, and you fall backward into my arms, completely confident that I will catch you. And I will. I promise you. I will. So let that last thread go now. Give me that too. Let the images and words of our time together fade into a gentle, warm feeling. A feeling of being safe, a feeling of being loved, a feeling of being at peace. Let this feeling be the boat that carries you away from the shore of wakefulness. As you begin to drift, I want you to hear my final whisper. It is the simplest and most profound truth. Sleep, child. Your day is done. The battles are over. The tears have been shed. The weight has been lifted. You have been so good, so faithful. Now sleep. Sleep, child. Your heart is light. It is no longer a heavy stone, but a vessel filled with my golden peace. It beats with a slow, steady rhythm of grace. Let its new lightness make your whole being feel buoyant as you float into your dreams. Sleep, child. Your heart is held. It is not alone. It is not unprotected. It is in the strongest, gentlest, safest hands in the universe. I am cradling it, guarding it, healing it. Even as you sleep, I will not let it go. The darkness is not a thing to be feared. It is a gift. It is a soft velvet blanket that I am pulling over you. It is a quiet womb in which your soul can be renewed and remade. You will awaken as a new creation, refreshed and restored by my grace. So let go, give in, surrender, fall back into the deep, fall back into the peace, fall back into me. I am here. I will be here all night. I will be here when the morning comes. All is well. Everything is well. Sleep. Sleep now, my child. Your heart is light. Your heart is held. Sleep.